Did Steve Jobs go to college? Okay, maybe he did, but he only went for 2 years. Not my logic! Free Britney. Did you just graduate? So did I. Do you need advice? Dating advice, friend advice, life advice, moving out advice, college advice? Don't come to me because I have no clue. We'll figure it out together. Okay, well, this video is pretty much for anybody that just graduated, so if you're the class of 2021, you can watch this. If you're not, leave, get out. This video is for anyone that feels like they're entering a new phase of life and they feel like they're in limbo, like you're trying to figure out what you want and what you want to do. Not that I have everything figured out, but I do. No, I'm filming this video because I feel like I went through a limbo phase and I'm still kind of in it, but I feel like I'm gonna tell you guys what's been helping me. I remember you, Evelyn, you were like, yeah, you could like move to Norway now and no one could stop you. And that, like, I remember when you said that, I was like, it kind of just clicked that like, really, like the future is yours. My biggest advice for post-grads is to go and experiment the heck out of life. Don't do like, not like experimental drugs, not like that. This is definitely, they call it the decade of decision because there's so many, I feel like, pivotal life decisions that are made within these next few years. Sometimes we put the weight upon ourselves that like we have to have all figured out within like the next month. Like I graduated in May, now in June I better have it figured out. If I don't, take a step back and realize that like you have time. Anyway, I just feel like back in March I was putting that stress upon myself because I was like, I don't have things figured out, and like took a step back and I was like, I'm literally a baby. I'm 17 and like I'm freaking out about what I want to do when I'm 40. Like why am I putting this weight upon myself that's so unnecessary and so not vital to like my happiness as of right now? So I'm going to UVU this fall semester. Please don't stalk me and kill me. I really wouldn't. This is not my time to go. Please don't. But I'm going to UVU this fall. I got rejected from BYU back in February and that honestly didn't affect me much at all. I was like, okay, I feel like God gives few definite answers in this lifetime and that's one of them. Like when you get rejected from a college, it's just like, that's just that. Like move forward. There's no reason. It's not because you're not intelligent enough or anything of the sort. It's about compatibility and like maybe you just weren't compatible with college and there's nothing there for you. And there's always gonna be better things ahead. So originally for choosing a major, I was thinking of doing like something with business, entrepreneurship, and that's why I actually did that internship during my senior year that was like an entrepreneurship company. And you know what? I came to find great people, great business. I didn't want to do it. I came to find that I didn't enjoy the work very much, and I also felt like it was almost, I don't want to say repetitious, but it was for me in the sense that like my job is like I'm a self-employed girl boss. I took a lot of like business-oriented classes in high school, and I'd be sitting there and being like, I already know this. Or like, I would just be like, okay, like this is literally what I do. Like, why is there, I don't feel the need to go study it. So as of right now for college, I'm planning to go towards the child development and education program, and you guys know me, I'm religious, I love Jesus, and I just gotta talk about it. So there's a story that was given in my church during a conference talk. The story went like this. There was this son and a dad, and they were both traveling home, and it was starting to get dark, and they came to a point in the road where it diverged two different ways. And so they said that they began to pray about which way to go down, like which road. And they said that the son and the father both felt very impressed that going to the left was going to be the right road to get home. So they said that they started going down the left road and they'd probably been going for like 15-20 minutes, and then they soon came to find out that it wasn't the right road, so they had to turn around. So then when they came back to the point where the roads diverged, they ended up taking the other one, so they went right. And they ended up getting home safe, and that was that. And I guess the next day the son was asking the father, and he was like, Dad, why did we feel impressed to go down the left road when it wasn't right? And the dad pretty much responded saying, you know, I was thinking about that too, and what I've came to conclude is that Heavenly Father needed us to know that going down the left road was not right. That way when we went down the correct road, we knew for 100% that that was the right road to get home. And I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but the whole point of the moral of the story was that sometimes you got to take the wrong road to figure out that the right road is the right road. And you'll be 100% confident about that. And so my point of saying that is I might start child education development and I might find that that is not the right road for me. But that just means that moving forward, I'll always know that that one wasn't right and that the next one maybe. I'm just a big believer that there's nothing in this lifetime ever happens where it's like, oh, that was a mess up or that was a fail. Like, no, you just got further experience to know that that wasn't right for you. Next topic we're gonna be talking about is moving out. I made a video but was that March, April? Pretty much I went like house shopping, I was talking about that. Concluded that this year is not the year for me to move out. I don't feel called to, I feel like it feels right for me to stay at home. Anyway, so I am not moving out as of this year. I have a best friend that like lives right across the street from me, and we might be moving out like next year. I don't know. I'm not really in a rush. I have a great home and like a great family and support system where I feel like being at home for me is healthy, and like I could also save money, and I'm close to campus as well, so it's like I don't feel a need. So I feel like I have made a lot more new friends than I like have ever had in my entire life, like this past 6 months, and that's been due to me putting myself out there a lot more and actually showing up to like events and showing up to activities that I'm invited to, and then just connecting with people. The biggest advice I could give when regarding friends is to honestly be picky. Be kind to everybody, but be picky about who you surround yourself with, because it's in this book right here. It's the How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm like, this is my life secret. And there's a quote, and it's like, you're the average of the 5 people you spend your most time with. And I also had a teacher, I remember it was a seminary teacher growing up, but he said, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Pretty much he meant by that, like the people you surround yourself with and the people you hang out with the most, like those people are gonna start to rub off on you, and you'll rub off on them, and you guys are just, you're gonna grow together, and either for good or for worse. To get good friends, you gotta be a good friend. What you put out is what you're going to attract. So I just think, I have an entire video on how to make friends actually. Anyway, so if you guys want to see that video, I'll link that down below as well too. Pretty much just get involved. Find activities that are going on, go to local concerts, go find other people you can support. Instagram is a great hub for just finding new people, and get involved. Okay, now that I've talked for 30 million gajillion years, I am going to move on to the Q&A portion, where I'm just gonna like read what you guys said on my Instagram stories. So what's the best way you found to meet new friends, people to go out with? When you find one really social friend and like you get to know them a lot more, like that opens up a whole new realm of other friends. I'm not saying like go find the most popular person you can find and then befriend them. I think if you can find another social butterfly and then like connect with them, they're gonna be more apt to like invite you to other things. You can initiate things too, like initiate going on a hike with a group of people, and if they reject you, oh well, move on, find someone else. Like rejection, if you can get over that, you can conquer the world. I feel like the best way I found new friends to hang out with is through my current friends. Extending invites, being invited to stuff, and like taking them up on it. Does dating come easy to you? I would say yes, just because I've been on so many first dates that like I would ask boys on, and like that scared the tar out of me, but I've gotten to the point where I've gone on so many first dates that I'm like, oh, piece of cake, like I'll be fine. That came with a lot of like rejection as well, and a lot of like putting myself out there and making myself uncomfortable, but I highly recommend. If you can make yourself uncomfortable, do it. Would you recommend moving out at 18 or waiting a few years? That is a very personal decision. It's gonna be different for everybody. Like my mom moved out when she was 16 because of a bad home life. Like everyone has different reasons and different backgrounds. So I think another thing is just don't compare your journey to someone else's, because you don't know what's going on with them that's making them feel inclined to move out or to do what they do. Didn't get into my dream school. Please give advice on how to deal with the frustration. Like I said earlier, like I didn't get into BYU. I feel like there's nothing wrong with having a dream school, but like don't place all your eggs in one basket. Like understand that if you are rejected from that just, whether you believe in a higher being or like the universe, like it just wasn't meant to be. Like if you're not supposed to be there. Now, of course, if I applied to Harvard, I'm like, why didn't I get in? Like, what's going on? Like, and I didn't submit my ACT score. I'm like, you know, like, sis, like, hey.
Hey, sorry, I have a question for you. Sick. Alright, see Marla.
What did you say? Cheese? Did you say I have a cheese butt? Dude, what am I even doing with life again? Girl, you'll figure it out. How do you really feel about dating in high school? I feel like everyone says it's a terrible idea. I just think if you date someone in high school, do not lose your friends. Prioritize dating them, but also prioritize having like nights where you're just hanging out with friends and you're not on a date, because I feel like a lot of people that I know that dated in high school hardcore, like their biggest regret is like when they broke up, that they felt like they had no friends because they devoted all their time to that one person. So it's very personal. I'm so excited about all the new stuff that's coming up, but scared of responsibility. Something that I remember someone telling me, and they're just like, your best days will always be ahead of you. And that's something that's so comforting to me, is that like there's so many moments I have yet to live where I'm like, this is the best. Like sometimes I'll feel like, I'm like, life feels very predictable, and then something will happen like throughout the day where I'm like, I did not like expect that to happen today. For like the other day, I went on a date, but like at the beginning of the day, like I had no clue like I was doing for Friday, and then by the time Friday night rolled around, like I was in a situation that like I'm like, I've never, if you would have told me I would have been here this morning, I would have been like, wow, that's my advice. You're low, you can only go up. No way. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Feeling you're not good enough or smart enough because you're not going to college. Do you realize how many like multi-billionaires did not go to college? A lot. Did Steve Jobs go to college? Okay, maybe he did, but he only went for 2 years. Steve Jobs was a college dropout. The point of going to college is to gain opportunities, and it's like, if you feel like you have opportunities you want to work right now, like, don't feel the need to go to college. Not my logic! Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it, because I don't even know. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!